Get the latest Zacks research, analysis, and rankings on exchange-traded funds in Exploring ETFs. Master Limited Partnership ETFs are on the rise. We're going to find out just why from our ETF strategist, Eric Dutram, here at Zacks. So you tell me that they're back on the upswing. Lots been happening in that ETF space involving master limited partnerships. Why is that?
Exactly. Well, at the end of 2012, we saw a big sell-off in this space, and this was largely due to the fiscal cliff issues, and there were some concerns that the tax treatment for these products were going to change, and that, was going to become less favorable. That and the valuations were getting really up there because this was a popular choice for investors throughout 2012. So the valuations are high. People are starting to look at their dividend plays once again. This led to a big sell-off in December. And then, once we got to 2013, it's like someone turned on a switch. People once again looked at this space, and because the taxes are the same, and they said, hey, these are a lot of products putting out great yields. Let's take another look at this space, especially with the economy at least sort of coming back on track.
All right, so you've got an example of a fund here that has seen some solid performance,
Yeah,
right?
well, first pretty much all the MLPs have added about 10% to start this year. And that's a huge increase over the S&P 500, which is up about 2.8%.
And that's just in the past few weeks.
Exactly, just since the January 1st. So it's been a big reversal. And one of these funds that has seen a huge reversal is MLPI, which is an infrastructure-focused MLP ETN. And it has about 25 holdings, and it's got a good mix between large and mid-cap stocks. And it's been up over 10% on the year, and it pays a pretty great dividend as well.
Okay, and what about for those people who want to maybe focus more on the mid-cap?
Yeah, well, as we know, mid-caps have really been surging, leading the market higher across the board. And if you want to take this kind of play in the MLP space, you can look at MLPN. And this fund charges 85 basis points a year and has about 50% of the portfolio in mid-caps, 25 in small caps. So you're going to get a little bit more volatility, but if you believe that this small and mid-cap rally still has some legs, this could be a better play for you. And it still has a great dividend, about 5.6%.
You've got the top performer.
Exactly. We're looking at AMJ. It's a product from JP Morgan, and this has an 85 basis point expense ratio as well. The yield's about 5.4%. It's very large cap focused though, so the volatility is going to be pretty low. But once again, this is up more than 10% year to date. I think about 12.5% so far. So it's been a strong performer, and if you're into momentum plays, any of these MLP products could be interesting choices as we approach February.
So do you think that these MLP ETFs are going to have a good year, or is this going to be a limited run?
It's hard to say how good their year is going to be just because of the recent data we've seen from the U.S. economy. We saw GDP kind of fall off recently. So it's hard. It's going to have to be an issue of if we fall back into a recession or not. But I think, if you believe in momentum plays, any of these could be strong ones. And so if that's your style of investing, it might be a good place to look.
Okay, thanks for that. Check out other articles and research dealing with the ETF space on the ETF homepage of Zacks.com. All you have to do is go to the homepage, Zacks.com's homepage, and then scroll down until you get to the ETF module near the bottom of that page and click on those story links there, and it'll take you right to our ETF section. Eric writes some pretty interesting articles that you'll probably want to check out. With Eric, I'm Terry Ruffalo.